Welcome. Welcome in. Let's see. Let's hide that. Let's hide that. Let's let's show that. Welcome into a Sunday night Easter celebration. Some might call it a Star Wars celebration. Um, Never get your here, if you do StreamYard, never get your overlay confused with your background. Bing! And there we have it. Oh, that was beautiful. I'm like, where is my camera? And Otis and the band. Fired up, buddy. Come on, Otis. Give me that funk. What is going on, y'all? It is Easter Sunday evening. Hope you had a good one. Hope you had a really good Easter. I know that I did. Doing just a bunch of nothing and then eating some ham, which is always good. Anyway, so there was a lot of action on the Star Wars front this weekend. Star Wars Celebration Japan. Next year, they are moving back to the States. And so next year, probably going to have a lot more pertinent news. But there's some stuff we're going to go over that I find interesting, some of it yawn-inducing. But we got a few things to go over there with you guys tonight, man. Like I said, I hope you guys had a chill Easter. Maybe you went to service. Maybe you went to lunch or dinner. My restaurant was closed today. This is the second year that we have closed for Easter. We do Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, and Easter. We're closed all those days, and it's the first place I've ever worked at that actually did that. So it's pretty awesome. Not having to worry about it. I'd say if you don't have kids, no big deal. You know, make your plans or whatever, and then if you have to work that night, a lot of people groan about that. But back when I didn't have a child and single and whatever, working a Christmas night, Thanksgiving night, man, you can make some great money in the restaurant business. That's for sure. And so sometimes, you had a lot of fun doing that. And then when you got off, you go drink and hang out with the people that you just got done working with. And that was kind of your little post-holiday celebration. But these days, literally just a fam stuff, or as in today, it was pretty laid back and chill. So I hope you had a good one. Turk Murphy's Toy Solutions is in the house. As we say, what's up to the chat. And Turk, good to see you, man. 3-star draw. Just got off the phone with you. And yes, I hope you can see me now. Todd C is in the house as well. And happy 420 to those of you who celebrate 420. And I was thinking just Thursday. And I was like, what's the date today? And then it hit me. And I was like, oh, Easter's going to fall on 420. How convenient. I'm sure Shane from Same Time Toys probably had a blast today, as well as Woodrow. What's up, Woody? How you doing, man? And there you go. Happy 420 to you, sir. I would expect nothing less. Todd, if I could, I would love to hit you with the squeeze. But it seems like my streams tend to get copyright claimed. Like, I'd say out of the last 7, I've probably had like 3 of them get copyright claimed at least. And one of them wasn't even on my channel. And it's because of something I showed last Wednesday on the Sevens Wild. I showed a, shit, man. 7-8 seconds. Maybe 9 seconds of a Piper's Pit episode with Jimmy Superfly Snuka, where he hits him over the head with a freaking coconut. And it got claimed. Now, if I remember correctly, 3-star told me it got claimed in Russia. I've had that happen before to streams that get claimed in Russia, like it can't be seen. The video can't be seen in Russia. I don't understand that. It makes no sense. And yeah, exactly. I've heard that on other streams. WWE, they don't play around. And sure enough, I showed the clip a couple times, and it did. It got claimed. And so I don't know. And some of you guys that maybe have videos that do far more views than mine, maybe you can tell me if that's happened to you, and has that affected the spread of your video. I know a live stream is a lot more difficult because you're not, live streams just don't get pushed to people in the algorithm at all, unless they're huge channels, Asmongold or something, for instance. But I wonder if it hurts the reach of a stream, where they just kill it, even though it's only kind of tamped down in Russia or something. I don't know. But the first time I saw that, I remember sending 3-Star a message and Matthew a message from a Tuesday night. And I was like, damn, man, this got claimed by Sony Music or something like that. And then I dug a little deeper and found out this video won't be seen in parts of Russia. And I thought that shit was weird. I'm like, okay, do I care about Russia? Yeah, evidently they hate the WWF/E in Russia for sure. But anyway, so I'm glad you guys are here. I'm sure maybe a few people will slide in, slide out, all that good stuff. I think Ronnie Trickshot and Shark Eyes are doing a stream, from what I understand. And those guys are pretty damn funny. Let's see here. Yeah, I could be like Viper Island and private the video until the copyright goes away. But then you have to private it for what, like 30 days or something? I mean, none of these videos are going to come close to getting the type of views that a Viper Island, video gets, right? I mean, that whether that's on the 10,000 end or whether that's on the 200 end. Turk says them not so much because Pop bought them. What are we talking about? What did I buy, man? You guys have to remember me, or remind me rather. Remember me, please. Remember me. Anyway, so that alone. The copyright claim, I apologize to 3-Star. Gotcha, buddy. I don't know how many views that live stream from last Wednesday got, but that's been a good stream. That stream has steadily kind of risen up and maintained a good viewer count, and it's kind of risen a bit. Not we're not pulling in 100 viewers or whatever, but I could see where if we kept rolling along, that definitely could happen. It's definitely gone up and maintained that, so it's been good. It's been very good. All right, so I don't know what Matthew Matson was doing today, and I've got some news that he might want me to hold on to, but I figure we'll just go through some stuff, and kind of quickly actually. I did see that the movie Sinners, which I do want to see, has the first cinema score ever for a horror movie. Now, I don't know how long Cinema Score has been around. I've heard this movie with Michael B. Jordan is really good. It's kind of a From Dusk Till Dawn kind of thing, where the first part of the movie is one thing, second part of the movie is another, in a way, or the last third maybe, or something like that, is kind of different. It takes a real just U-turn or a left turn, I guess. But I've heard good things about it. I'd like to go see it. It looks pretty freaky. So here we go. My question has been answered in the first sentence. Cinema Score has been around for 47 years. All right? 47 years. And this movie got the first A for a horror movie. says typically cinema score audiences are hard on a horror film. If you get in the B range, it's like A Quiet Place. C range doesn't really give out any, but A minus is Five Nights at Freddy's, Get Out, Lost Boys, The Conjuring, Conjuring 2, Yawn, Quiet Place 2, Child's Play 2. Those are A minuses. What about Halloween? What about Friday the 13th? What are you talking about? What's up? There he is. Hang on. There he is. What's up, Viper Scout? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. But evidently, this is the first A on a 47-year-old audience polling movie site. That is impressive. And it did really well. It's in like the 60+ million for like opening weekend, domestic. But it looks really interesting. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. I don't know if you've seen previews when you've gone to the movies, but it looks pretty freaky. It is a vampire movie. Not giving any spoilers away. It is a vampire movie. But I do like some Michael B. Jordan. I think he's a fantastic actor. Obviously, dude's been working out the last few years because I guess it must have been that Creed movie that set him on the path of like, hey, I'm going to get swole. Because dude is swole. But yeah, from everybody I trust, the people I watch on YouTube, they've really liked it. Now, if you're averse to horror, it may not be your bag, right? Like, and I can fully understand that. Horror movies are not my thing. My sister, I know that 3-star digs horror movies. Not my thing per se, but if it's a good one, and if it's, presented well and actually has some good acting too, I'll watch anything. I did see this story about Henry Cavill starring in a Highlander movie. And I'm all about that. I wasn't the biggest Highlander fan back in the day. I know about it. I don't even really know a lot of the lore, but I know about the movies, and I know the series was out. But this has been kind of going around for a while. This kind of got shopped around and picked up, and eventually landed in the hands of Amazon, who's going to be doing it. Speak of the devil, there he is. So I remember seeing this rumor and the talk about it, Matthew, for a while. Evidently Amazon has kind of landed this at this point. I would like to see what they could do with it with Henry Cavill if he's interested in the lore and keeping it what it is. Staying true to it, which is kind of his thing. That's what he's all about. It's kind of like the Warhammer thing. I'm sure he'd like to stay close to the source material. But it looks like Amazon has picked up the rights to it, and they have the guy who wrote John Wick Chapter 4 doing the screenplay. Also the John Wick director, Chad Stahelski. Gesundheit. So, that's a pretty good pair. Somebody that wrote John Wick Chapter 4, director of John Wick, pair him up with Henry Cavill and do a Highlander. Yeah, I could see that. Like, I could definitely see that. This thing's probably been bounced around for a while, truly. And so, do I expect it to come out with a full blaze of glory, with people just clawing at the chance to sign up to Amazon to watch it? I don't know. I mean, it's, anytime I see anything with Henry Cavill's name attached to it, I have hope that it'll get done, because I think Henry Cavill is a guy that, unfortunately, his star in Hollywood kind of got passed a bit, and probably had a great opportunity to do some great things. And now he's that much older. and it's going to be harder and harder to be able to do those great things, right? Um, and yeah, Jennifer Salk, now that she's gone, I'd like to see something done with it that would be pretty good. Um, and then I'll finish off the little early part, little mini stories here with this right here. Who knew? Who knew? Mining for diamonds. Don't mine at night. 721 million global for Minecraft is way more than they ever could have thought. They were shooting for like maybe 110 or 130 million domestic opening. So $720 million globally from Minecraft. Now, Minecraft also is not my bag. And I've seen the videos. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos of kids going wild in the theater, like throwing popcorn buckets whenever they say chicken jockey and just tossing shit everywhere. People have been getting escorted out of the theaters. Now, before us old men sit there and go, how dare they? How? You got to imagine this is a bunch of kids. And it would probably be like us going to see Rocky Horror Picture Show and participating in Rocky Horror. That's what these kids are doing. It's just now that we're old, a lot of people are like, kind of, how can these kids, throw the popcorn and all that? And it's like, you know what? I give them a pass, man. Hell, how many movies have come out lately that kids even want to go see? Right? Especially ones that aren't like the Minions sequels or something like that. Minecraft is humongous. Absolutely humongous. And I know Menjoza would agree with me. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Woody Triple Deuce says, my 22-year-old daughter saw it twice already. And that was her shit when she was little. Yeah, like my son, he's 17. He was all about Minecraft. The Xbox 360, when it was still like a viable console, when he was like 5. And I remember getting the Xbox for him and getting him TV on his wall, and he could, and he still plays Minecraft now with friends at 17. And so, he hasn't wanted to go see the movie. I guarantee you, if I brought it up this weekend and I said, hey, you want to go see it just for kicks? He probably would go. But I tell you, I know what we are going to go see. We are going to go see Revenge of the Sith starting April 25th. And for 1 week only, they're putting out Revenge of the Sith in theaters. And you should be able to find it. This is not some super, super special occasion. Graph is here, says they're not kids, they're animals. Sticky little animals. It's disgusting. Snot-nosed little children.
Disgusting.
Still one of my favorite clips. But yeah, no, look, man, I appreciate the fact that a movie like this that I didn't think shit about, that I thought, yeah, it's going to do fine. Is it going to do Mario Brothers numbers? Probably not. Is actually just blowing up. And at least it's getting people back in the theaters, and I do care about that because I don't want movie theaters to disappear and go away. Xbox 360, man, that was the jam. That was the jam. I know my cuz, man, he was all about some Xbox back in the day. War Chest, if you've never seen Minecraft, the video game, it is just a game about creating stuff, learning how to craft stuff, going and getting the materials, right? And that's it. That's literally it. You'll see them fighting. You can fight little skeletons and these things that are called creepers, that if you hit them or get close to them, they'll start to glow and then it'll explode, give you damage and stuff like that. But Minecraft, man, that thing is huge. Absolutely huge. my daughter has a 360, is proud of it, and brags that she has a working 360 to her friends. Says Viper Scout. That's awesome, actually. And I have a feeling moving forward, man, like, so here's the deal. Every generation gets nostalgic at a certain point, right? Whether it's music, and you'll go back and maybe buy a concert ticket to a band that was big when you were a kid, like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, or whatever it was. And so this generation coming up now, you know, there's a few things that are going to be coming in that are kind of their jam. And when it comes to video games, the Xbox 360 really gave Sony and PlayStation a real run for their money. And it was the better console between the PlayStation 3 and the 360. And so a lot of people have fond memories of it. And a lot of these kids coming up, man, that's what they played, was the 360. And Microsoft is really hitting a groove with that at that time. So video game retro collecting, the 360 is going to be kind of that next big thing where the games, physical copies, are going to get more expensive. They're going to be sought after, the rarer ones in particular, just like toys. Previous to that, it was people doing like GameCube, right? Like going back and finding GameCube games, spending money on GameCube games. 64, PlayStation 2. I have a working PlayStation 2 still, and I have a awesome double disc copy of Metal Gear Solid. I like to hook it up actually and play it. But yeah, no, 360 was awesome. It was a great console. I think the console wars are over, unfortunately, as everything is digital now and Wi-Fi based. But yeah, so it's pretty cool seeing kids get out to the theater. Yeah, they're acting silly. I'd hate to be cleaning that shit up. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a employee at the theater, I'd be kind of pissed about cleaning that shit up. I ain't gonna lie. that would be not a fun way to end the night. That's for sure. But what are you gonna do? Anyway, so how many of y'all watched Daredevil Born Again? I had hope. I was, as one of my favorite YouTubers likes to say, I was a sweet summer child when it came to Daredevil. I actually thought Disney was going to do a good job when they brought back the cast from the original Netflix series. And I had hope. I really did. And unfortunately, that hope dwindled way faster than I thought it was going to. I think a lot of it has to do with reshoots and trying to patchwork together a story that didn't suck. But as I've gone back and skimmed through the episodes, fast forwarded through some parts, watched other scenes, it truly is a show that you can tell was kind of like Frankenstein together. And I think it's a real shame because, number one, off the top, no matter how good it was to anybody, no one watched it. Like literally, it didn't chart in the Nielsen's, on Samba TV. No one cared. And what sucks about it is Warchest says he did catch up yesterday on Daredevil, but the last episode, probably the only good one this season. The last episode was probably the best for this season, I would say, but it still had its issues. The series itself had a lot of issues. Bobby Wold is in the house. What's up, man? Says I haven't bothered watching Daredevil, mainly because of the 3 TVs in our house. The only one that goes to Disney Plus is one in my daughter's room, and she has a TV the size of a Game Boy. Are you talking about a phone? Sadly, I've watched many an episode on my phone. My mom always said, she's like, I don't understand how people can watch stuff on their phone. And I'm like, yeah, just do. Well, damn, Bobby, I mean, can't you download it or attach it to the Xbox or something like that? And get it over to one of the other TVs or the computer. You always watch on the computer. I know it's not as comfortable as the couch, but I've been watching a lot of stuff on my PC. Yeah, Woody. So the last episode of Daredevil is probably going to do, in my opinion, a disservice. It's going to give people, again, false hope. Because people are going to say, oh, well, that last episode, I mean, Punisher, and it was like, hell yeah. And, you know, Daredevil's in his suit again, you know, for all of like 15 minutes of this entire season. And, you know, Kingpin, oh, he's, you know, he crushes a guy's head. Oh my gosh, man. Doesn't it remind you of season 1 where he crushed that dude's head in a door, a car door? Don't you see the parallels? No, actually I don't. Triple D's dungeon is in the house, getting freaky in the dungeon. Triple D. The Punisher scene definitely did. I agree with you, War Chest. I guess my biggest thing is that I didn't understand why he made the choice at the end of the show that he did. I don't know why he decided to go do what he did. Now, if you guys don't want me to, you know, I don't have to. If you don't care about spoilers, because it was just last week and you do plan on watching, then I won't spoil anything for you guys. And if you don't care and you're not epileptic, then I'll flash this on the screen. One more time. Then let me know. Because I really do want to talk about some things within that episode. The last episode. Because it was the best episode. And so you guys let me know. If you don't want me to talk about it, I won't. If you haven't seen it and you're planning on seeing it, then I definitely will not, you know, won't spoil it for you. But if you don't care, I will. I'll give you just a second to figure that out as I pull up Disney Plus, because I'm going to pull up the actual show and I'm going to scrub the episode. I'm going to scrub the episode, and I'm not going to sit here and do a long-winded take on it. I'm not going to go, you know, do this big long thing, but I do want to make sure that I bring up certain things I saw. So anyway, all right. Episode 9, Straight to Hell. All right. We'll turn the volume down a little bit on this thing. Okay. Subtitles. I don't know if you guys watch stuff with subtitles anymore, but I do. 100%. Okay. So there's a few issues I have with this. First and foremost. No copyrights. I'm not going to show it. All right. Dreadnought K6, don't worry about being late, buddy. Trust me on that. Okay. So we at the beginning of the show, we get the mastermind, the true mastermind of everything, Vanessa, right? So we've known all season that Wilson Fisk has been cucked by his wife. She acts as if she doesn't know why he went away. Oh, I don't know. He got shot in the fucking eyeball in the Echo series. And evidently was recovering, but yet his wife, Vanessa, somehow, because he didn't come back, he's recovering. Even though this bitch, in the first 3 seasons, was A.O. with being across the globe while he was in prison, while he was doing his dirty work at the end of season 1. She escapes on a helicopter. She stays all of season 2, bitch is gone. Season 3, eventually she comes back to meet up with him. But now all of a sudden, because he got shot in the fucking eye, she got pissed at him and had an affair because he went away. So this dude put her up, made sure she had money, security, people watching after her, somewhere to live, travel, everything. She could do whatever she wanted while he was in prison or whatever. But yet this brother gets shot in the eye, and this chick goes out and fucks somebody. Right? So anyway, so we established that. We have that shit, right? Joe Fan 84. What's going on, buddy? So that's typical, right? Right, it's typical. That you know, first sign of trouble, right? And she goes out and bangs some dude. So the whole series, the whole season, we get Fisk being talked shit to because he disappeared. He's in therapy with his wife. And every time he tries to talk, the therapist shuts his ass down because of, my woman, and allows Vanessa to always talk. And Vanessa talks shit about him, talks shit to him. So we've established all that shit. So anyway, at the beginning of the episode, we get Dex, otherwise known as Bullseye. And we see that he is being offered by Vanessa freedom. But the reason he's getting freed and released, no questions asked, okay? She wants him to go kill Foggy. All right. So we learn in that scene that, you know, she also infers about her husband as well. Maybe something needs to be done there. So we get that, right? Then we go back to the scene in the previous episode where Matt gets shot. Now, Matt gets shot by a sniper rifle, in the chest. And when we start properly the episode, he's in a hospital bed. All right? He's in a hospital bed. And he's coherent. It's the same night, y'all. It's the same night. This ain't a week later. This is the same night. He is coherent. And of course, his useless, worthless character of a girlfriend is here with him. But also his law partner, who we don't even know shit about. We don't know nothing about this woman. We haven't been given any backstory of this woman. But somehow this woman has been put in the series just to talk shit to him every time she's on screen. That's all she does, the whole series. This whole season, all this chick does, this lawyer chick, is talk shit to Matt. That's her only role. Go back and watch every scene. That Cherry character, the detective guy, his only role in this season is to tell Matt every time he turns around, I don't like what you're doing. That's it. Every scene. It's fucking stupid. And Garaf, I got some videos later on. But that is a great comment, my friend. Oh my God. Yes. Seeing people get stabbed by lightsabers, sometimes twice, and walking away. Oh, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. You make me want to find something.
Power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
Speaking of Star Wars, anyway, okay. So yes, war chest, right? They've done zero character development with his law partner, with his detective partner, with his girlfriend, right? Like, so they tricked us. They bait and switched us. They showed and hyped up Foggy and Karen being in this series. And after the first 15 minutes of episode 1, they got rid of one of them. And after episode 2, they got rid of the other. So Matt wakes up in the hospital and he's all good. Like, he's all good. Then we get a scene where Fisk tells Vanessa he knows she tried to have Bullseye kill him. And you know what happens, y'all? She sits down on the couch beside him. And they hold hands in a very tender scene. This character is so far removed from what he used to be. He no longer resembles Wilson Fisk, Kingpin. He is Wilson Fisk, Cuckpin. And he knows she tried to have him killed. But it's okay. It's no big deal. So then Matt is trying to tell his law partner that he knows that Vanessa had Foggy killed. So he's trying to get that out. His girlfriend is extremely indifferent. She is extremely indifferent. You can tell that, like, as a character, because we know nothing about her, whatever she says to him, it means nothing. Like, it literally means nothing. Their relationship is not believable. Kingpin calls a meeting. And this is where he comes up with the idea of having the city shut down. And you remember Batman? You remember the Dark Knight Rises? It's the same premise. It's like take over the city, shut down the bridges, confine everybody in the New York City. And then he sends out his hitman, a Wesley impersonator, by the way, from the first few seasons of Daredevil. A Wesley impersonator. We've never been able to get a new Wesley. We have this Twitter chud. We have the English guy named Buck, who Kingpin hired him for his asymmetrical thinking, but yet we've not been shown any of his asymmetrical thinking. All we've been shown of this guy Buck is him smirking in the background while some other character talks, or him going to do a hit on somebody. Doing a hit on somebody isn't asymmetrical thinking. I'm just guessing. So this guy, Buck, goes to do a hit on Matt Murdock, who saved Kingpin's life. But Kingpin says that a dead hero is better than a free vigilante or living vigilante, whatever. And right when Buck gets to the door of Matt's room, that's when Kingpin has all the lights cut out in New York City. Every light, every traffic light, everything. All the power shut down. And somehow, Matt Murdock is able to sneak out of the room. So the assassination attempt doesn't happen. He ends up in his apartment, and guess who's there? Punisher's there. They have a wang dang, sweet poontang fight with a bunch of Punisher cops. Oh, Proud Boys, I guess, because they have the Punisher logo. This is also our we're trying to compare the Punisher symbol to the Summer of Love 2020 and the allegory, or metaphor or whatever the fuck. And so Frank and Daredevil, they just do it to it. And we get to see Frank Castle actually be Frank Castle and disembowels a guy with his knife. It's ruthless, and it's a good scene. They figure out who the cop was that shot White Tiger, and then all of a sudden a grenade gets thrown into the building. Now, mind you, Matt Murdock's doing all this fighting, and he was just shot with a high-powered sniper rifle in the left side of his chest just a couple hours ago. Okay? So, so it's like, oh, well, okay, he's got Wolverine powers now. So, anyway, grenade comes in, they dive over the balcony, Daredevil's able to, so in the scene, it's so funny because the grenade comes in, they're on like the whatever floor, let's say 4th floor, I don't know. And Punisher just runs and dives out and over the balcony first. Like, did he know Daredevil was going to save him by throwing his attachment out and like swinging and kind of catching him and breaking his fall on this car down below? Did he know that was going to happen? Because literally, if you rewatch the scene, Frank just runs and hops over the balcony head first. I'm guessing he knew, he had premonitions that Daredevil was going to get him. You know what? Matthew? Yeah, his fucking attachment, whatever the fuck it is. His rope with a hook, grappling hook. I don't know, a baton. But anyway, so I thought that was funny because Frank just literally head over heels jumps over a 4th-story balcony, hoping he's gonna make it. So, but anyway, Karen Page shows up. And this is where it actually is pretty good because Karen shows up and she actually gets both of them, gets in the car and drives off. Now, what I also found about this scene that was funny is that they're on the floor below. There was an attack team of these, dirty cops, right? They all got blown up by this grenade, but you would think that Daredevil and Punisher would be in a hurry to get in this car, but they leisurely stroll when Karen says, hey, get in. And then they're literally walking at a snail's pace. And I'm thinking, guys, let's go. Step it up now. There's no time to waste here. These guys there might be another team coming around the corner and y'all just jumped off a 4th-story balcony and landed on a fucking car. What are we doing? But I digress. So they escape and they go back to Frank's little hideout and they have a good talk. And it's good to see Karen. It's good to see Karen. I like that. She should have been here the whole time. She patches Daredevil up while Frank is stitching himself up, which is pretty gruesome, especially if you don't like to see that kind of stuff. And Frank stays behind while Matt and Karen go to investigate where the files are, because Foggy found something, about the case from prior before he got killed, and they go investigate it. So we get the city running wild. People are killing each other. The cops are out there killing people who are looting, and then they're saying they're masked vigilantes by putting a sock hat over their face or something. And they're like, hey, it's legal. It's legal. And so there's chaos going all over the city. Everything's going crazy. Then for some reason, Frank decides to go take on all of the cops, the rogue cops who have his Punisher logo painted on their chest. They admire him. They look up to him. And he decides to go down to the port where Kingpin is setting up this free city state at this port. And he decides to attack all these cops by himself. And what do you think happens? He gets his ass beat. Now, he takes out a few guys, but he gets his ass absolutely beat. He gets shot with beanbag shots until they literally knock him out and splinter his face all to hell. For 1 second, y'all, I thought that it was gonna turn him into Jigsaw. Like, that's how bad. These guys are splitting his noggin. I'll be a son of a bitch, my internet.
Really? Ain't that a bitch? All right. So here's the deal. You guys tell me. All right. So I'm on my phone. I'm going to finish this shit. And then I'm going to get back in. My fucking internet. My router fucked up. So here's the deal. So I'm just going to do it like this. Here, we'll turn it like this. I can't see you guys' chat because it keeps wanting me to share my referral link. Whatever the fuck. I want to share my referral link. Okay, anyway, so here's the deal. Damn it. All right, as soon as my internet comes back up, I'm going back into my studio because for some reason my shit just fucked up. God dang it! All right, here we go. Internet. Sorry, y'all. That was not intended. Come on, baby. Oh, you're killing me. Well, it's going to be a little hard. Okay, hang on. We might be in business. Hey, all right.
Let's add this one to stage. Let's remove that one. All right, son of a bitch. All right. Thank you, AT&T. Wait. Okay, let's turn you down. How's this shit still on? No, we're going to remove you. All right. So anyway, sorry, y'all. That was not supposed to happen. As you all know that. Okay. Damn, boy, I was on a good one too. Son of a bitch. Dude, Todd, I must have hit my 71st hour with AOL. All them 70-hour free discs, man. I just finally ran out from 1997. Ronnie Trick Shots in the house. What's up? I hope you had a good stream, my friend. All right, so sorry about the delay, you guys. That sucks. All right, so where was I? Frank Castle, after just escaping death, we get an awesome Punisher moment. Decides to travel to the fucking port where Kingpin has set up his army of cops and decides to just take on these guys by himself. And of course, like I said, he gets the shit beat out of him. So there's no payoff for Frank. Of course, in season 2, he's going to get rescued. But they ask him, hey, we want you to lead us. And he says, you're a bunch of fucking clowns. And so they beat the shit out of him. And they chain him up and put him in a cage. The police commissioner meets up with Kingpin. The police commissioner was wanting to leave the next day to go alert people in D.C. or whatever. Or going to Albany, New York to talk to the governor or whoever the fuck. Well, he gets in his car to leave, to go home or the airport or whatever, and there's a new driver. And the new driver basically has a Punisher skull tattooed on his neck. And then we get a really gruesome scene. We get a really gruesome scene of Kingpin. Basically, you ever seen the videos of people who put rubber bands around watermelons? You put rubber bands around a watermelon and you keep putting them around, it keeps putting pressure until the watermelon pops and explodes. Basically, that's what Kingpin does to this dude's head. Now, the reason he got sold out, yes, is because Sheila, Kingpin's assistant, the chick that played Lieutenant LaGuardia on Dexter, she sells him out. She recorded him, and she recorded her conversation with the police commissioner, where he's telling her, "Hey, look, I'm gonna go. This is crazy. He's kingpin again," and she sells him out to protect her own ass. And you son of a bitch. And anyway, so Karen and Daredevil, they go down to the port. This is probably when Frank's getting his ass kicked. And Karen convinces Daredevil, don't go down there. You're going to die. You're going to get killed. Kingpin does a monologue on the TV to the citizens of New York, talking about how he's going to protect them and help them. And, he loves New York. And so basically, Daredevil and Karen figure out the whole plot of the whole deal. Vanessa had Foggy murdered because he found out that the Red Hook port that Kingpin is wanting to develop is actually, under an old charter, is it's like a free state within New York. It's under no jurisdiction. And Foggy found this out while he was doing a case against Kingpin from season 3 or whatever. And Vanessa had him killed because he found that out, because she'd been storing probably artwork and money and running shit out of there. And Kingpin was going to turn it into their free city state. And so that I'll be damned if that shit happens again. Oh my god, this is fucking bothering the shit out of me. Sorry, you guys. I'm like, all right, we'll plow through, see what AT&T does. Hopefully they can save us. Yeah, I said, look, you know what? And the problem is with the phone. I might have to even do it with the tablet. The problem with the phone is it's on like 17%, y'all. So I may have to break out the tablet if this shit keeps happening, and I'll just walk around. I'll just walk around the backyard, but I got a lot of shit to share. Anyway, ultimately, at the end of it all, Karen convinces Daredevil that he needs, so here's the deal, Dreadnought. I got a 50-foot Ethernet cable. I am Ethernetted in as an Ethernet cable could be. But I appreciate the offer. So basically, to end season 1, we see Vanessa and Fisk eating dinner in front of that painting that's supposed to be the white rabbit that he always loved. Now it has blood on it. They're eating dinner, happy together. She cucked him. He forgives her for trying to have him killed for no reason. But Daredevil shows up at Josie's bar, and he needs an army. Karen says, we're going to need we need an army of people. And who's there at Josie's bar? Well, Josie, Cherry, the other lesbian cop we didn't get to know. I think his law partner that hates him or always talks shit to him. And then some other randos that I can tell. And that's how season now has to raise an army of people to infiltrate and take Fisk down. And yes, Cherry. It's the dumbest fucking name for this detective. A guy we got introduced to this season that we have no backstory for. We don't know anything about this guy. He was introduced in the first episode. And they don't tell us, they don't show us how him and Matt go way back when Cherry was a cop on the force and he helped the cops. They don't show us anything about his girlfriend. They don't show us anything about his law partner. They don't show us anything about anybody. It's just, these are characters you're supposed to care about that you don't give a shit about. I wish anything with the hand. I wish anything had to do with the hand. I would love it. I would absolutely love it if any of this stuff had anything to do with season 1. Speculation, season 2, they're going to bring Foggy back somehow. Somebody faked his death. That's the guess. It's been done in the comics before. And if they don't do it, I'll be surprised. But hey, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that they really royally screwed up this show. And it's a damn shame, too, because the original series was so damn good. It was so damn good. And it's too bad. I mean, it really is. It's too bad that they really just jacked this all up. I did have a picture. If you have seen the episode, this is the model of the head that they used that Vincent D'Onofrio squeezed, and he splits it. Like the jawbone comes off, the top of the head splits sideways. I mean, it is funky and gruesome. It's a gruesome scene. And this is the model that they actually used. So it's, I mean, kind of neat. I can't show the scene. I would love to show the scene, but I just can't show it. Yeah, that was dude's head. All right, hang on. You guys want to? I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to show Kingpin squeezing the head. Okay. I'm not going to show the actual, because it's Bad News Bears. Oh God! It is pretty funny, and it actually is. It actually is pretty funny because he takes like a little wipey, and he like wipes his face off, but there's so much blood. It's like, how does he not get any on his face? Okay, so here is him squeezing the head. You see that? Okay, he's squeezing the head. Bones are cracking. It is bad. Like, it is rough. It's really rough. He's oh, it's bad. Anyway, I'm not gonna show it because it is absolutely gruesome, and YouTube probably is gonna come after me after that. It reminds me, yes, of the Mountain versus Oberyn, right? In Game of Thrones. It's that bad. And that was a nasty scene. Oh, God, that was a nasty scene. Holy shit. Okay. I'm so disappointed, man. Like, I feel... I got tricked. I got roped in and tricked by these people telling me that they brought back the original cast and they rewrote it because the main stars weren't happy with the direction of what that was already done. And it's a classic bait and switch by Disney again. Yeah, it is worse than that. Like, it's, you know, and the thing of it is when he squishes this guy's head, he does it in front of all these cops who are watching it happen. These are all the people that have been recruited in. And they all watch it happen. Oh, I'm just sitting there watching it. I know this is okay. Quick shot. Here you go. Quick shot. There you go. Just to give you an idea, okay? It's brutal. It's so bad. Oh, God. All right, anyway. So, ka-ching. let's move along, shall we? Watch Daredevil Born Again at your own risk if you haven't seen it already. Watch it at your own risk. I gotta tell you, it's highly disappointing. Let's see here. Let's put you there. Let's put you there. Okay, come on. All right. Anyway, come on. Finally. All right. So this past weekend, Star Wars Celebration 2025 in Japan went down. Now, if you're a Star Wars fan, maybe you're interested in some of this stuff. Some of it sounds interesting, as you see the 3 pictures on the screen. We know we're getting a Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out next year. That is going to have Mando and Grogu doing various bounties. They did show a trailer footage, but a lot of that has been taken down because copyright. So it's really difficult to find, but I do have some screenshots, and I'll show a few of them. See Darth Maul, and then you see Ryan Gosling. So basically May of 2026, we're going to get the Mando and Grogu movie. It's gonna have Jabba the Hutt's son, Rada, and I've got a screenshot of what he looks like here in a minute. We'll go through them just to kind of take a pic. You've got Sigourney Weaver, who is dressed up in a Rebel pilot suit, so she's going to be in it. You've got the Star Wars Starfighter, which is cool in a way because it's being directed by the team that did Deadpool Wolverine. So if there's anything I'd be excited or at least curious about, it's going to be that. All new adventure, all new characters. Ryan Gosling, like him or not, he has some pretty good movies, and he's got some pretty, whatever movies. Maul Shadow Lord announcement. So there's going to be a new Maul animated series. They are milking the shit out of Darth Maul, right? For a character that was supposed to be so badass that got split in half and fell down an endless hole. They have really milked him as much as they possibly can moving forward. And it does have Sam Witwer doing the voice, which is cool. I would have it no other way. You've got Ahsoka updates where they're going to be doing the world between worlds, which is an arc from the Clone Wars. That's a pretty good arc. They're going to do it. They've got some books coming out. They got some toys coming out. And I'd say the Rey movie is not going to happen. They did not even bring it up. It was not even mentioned. One comment. None. And no one wants it. No one wants it. 2 years ago, they made a big deal. They brought Daisy Ridley out on stage, made a big deal about her saving the Jedi Order and forming a new one. And since that announcement 2 years ago, you haven't heard shit. No one's been linked to write it. They have no, the director they had, who is a documentarian, the wrong choice. Yeah, nothing. There was nothing, no update or anything. And I'm glad, because I think that movie would have been a piece of shit. And we all know it. Like, we all know it. You've got a new video game coming out that's kind of like a XCOM, RTS kind of game that looks pretty cool. But what I'm really interested in is the mall stuff. Like that to me seems the most seems the coolest. But here's a few shots just so you guys can see from the Mando and Grogu movie. There they are in a bar. Yippee. Oh, wait. Jon Favreau's in the movie? Little set design. I think probably one of the more curious photos that came out is actually this one right here, where they take a guy, Zeb, from Star Wars Rebels. And he's in there. He did have a cameo in season 3, I believe. 2 or 3. So evidently he is in this movie, or going to be, having a part. Who knows? Who cares? I'm not interested at all. I would love to see a Dash Rendar. I don't think we're going to get it. I do agree Sydney Sweeney would make a great Star Wars. 2 big Star Wars. 2 very large Star Wars. Where I believe in Sydney. Here is a screenshot of Jabba's son. Now, one of Jabba's son, now I don't think they're going to use the one from canon. They're going to change it. But this is the bulked up son here, like a gladiator fighter. This is Rada the Hutt, but I believe the one that in the canon technically is a different one. But yeah, I don't think that movie's going to do very good. There's not much about it to really be told. We got a 20-second, just a 20-second teaser on, let's see if I can dial this in for you guys. Kind of a 20-second teaser on this right here. Just kind of a quick, no images or nothing, Star Wars Starfighter, but it does have Ryan Gosling. We don't really know what that's going to be. However, I do have a picture that 3-Star Draw will appreciate. I know 100% 3-Star Draw will appreciate this picture right here. These are Ryan Gosling's bed sheets. Did you guys have these bed sheets back in the day? I remember these bed sheets. These bed sheets were the shit. Right? Oh yeah. Anyway, this is it. The Ryan Gosling provided this picture. So hey, if dude still has these sheets, even if he bought them 2 years ago, I give him props. I had these sheets. They were great sheets. But if he's a fan from going way back, I am A-okay with that, man. For real. I am A-okay with that. All right. So we have Hayden Christensen returning. And if we're going to be doing the World Between Worlds, then if you saw that arc from the Clone Wars, the World Between Worlds basically is the people who are in control of the Force. You have a father, and you have a brother and a sister. The brother is evil, or uses the dark side. The sister is good. Both of them have the power. The son has the power basically to take over everything, but the father has the power to hold him back. And it's an arc where Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Anakin end up somehow being stranded on this planet where these three are. And Anakin's true destiny is he sees his true destiny. Now, he actually kills the son, and the father wants Anakin to take his place and be the new father, so to speak, as the most powerful Force person in the galaxy, anywhere. And he is the one who's supposed to be able to keep the balance between the light and the dark. I will tell you that in my experience, Anakin does not have
Power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
Disgusting.
So he doesn't have the power of all those chicks, but he has the most power of all those chicks. All right, so Hayden Christensen coming back as Anakin. I suspect he's going to have I hope he has a pretty big role, because when he has come back for the Obi-Wan series, he was barely in it. They really misused him as Vader. And then in the Ahsoka series, I liked what they were doing with him, but that show was really not very good. And he was fighting Rosario Dawson, and you could tell that Hayden Christensen had all the skill and Rosario Dawson had none. And so it was a lightsaber battle that she should not have been able to win. And it was obvious. It was quite embarrassing, actually. But Hayden still has the moves, for sure. But anyway, so they're going to be doing that series. It's going to be coming back. I had a feeling they would do the Ahsoka series. It did not have amazing ratings, however. But then we also get a shot of Ray Stevenson's character, who passed away. And this is now done by Rory McCann, who was in Game of Thrones as the Hound. And he is now Balin Skoll, which was Ray Stevens' character. Ray Stevenson was the best part about the Ahsoka series, hands down, period. I mean, absolutely hands down. So this is kind of him. You know, they've replaced him, recast him. I think that's a great idea. They should have done this with T'Challa, Black Panther. They should have recast the actor instead of doing what they did. Let's see here. Yeah, Matthew, I know you're not a big fan of the World Between Worlds, and you know that arc. Now the thing of it is, you know, that arc was written when George was still involved, and it has George's stamp of approval. So, you know, I'm curious. You know, if George has a stamp of approval on it, George also put his stamp of approval on Ahsoka. He wanted Anakin to have a Padawan. You know, I know it's kind of revisionist history going back and changing these things, just like when he did the special editions and all that stuff. You know, a lot of changes people didn't want. But if we're going to go by, you know, what George wanted, then we have to kind of go by what George wanted. And he had this. War Chest had those sheets. Get them sheets. A lot of girls wanted to sleep in those sheets, didn't they? They did use those as a tablecloth at Joe Fest. I agree, they did. You know, I wish Kathleen would play a character that got offed, and then that was her swan song and just disappeared into the night. Menjoza, yeah, Henry Cavill is a huge nerd, huge fan. Came down to. And we're back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, so let's bust through this real quick then, shall we? Because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how long I've got. How long do I have? All right. Releasing in 2026, we have probably the coolest thing I'm interested in is Maul, Shadow Lord. They gave it a very quick little shot of him, which I will play here. Pretty cool. That's about it. That's kind of what they do with these things, right? They don't give you much. They don't give you much. But the Maul series, I'm actually pretty stoked on. The only thing I'm worried about, y'all, is this leaked image. This is a leaked image from the show. I think they're bringing back Obi-Wan, and I am a little concerned over this leaked image. You guys tell me what you think. You know, I don't know. I'm a little worried what direction they might be going in with this. I'm just not sure. You know, I'm just not sure. Oh no. Todd C, I doubt Mace is going to be coming back. They are. I will show a trailer here momentarily of somebody who is bringing Mace Windu back, though. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a real image, Carafe. I promise, it's not a real image. Oh, I couldn't help myself. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys a trailer, though, here in just... I'm fucking pissed. Seriously. Okay, we'll try it again. Star Wars Visions Season 3. Really? How many times can it bounce back and forth between being up and being out? You know, I'm curious. Maybe we can count it. So like time number 10. Star Wars Visions Season 3 actually was really cool. It's kind of like anime. I dug it. I thought it was pretty badass. There's a couple storylines from Season 1 that are going to go through to Season 3 that wasn't in Season 2. And it actually was a really cool series. You do have some new figures up for pre-sale or pre-order. So Night Sister Marin from the Jedi games with Cal Kestis. Got a little Han Solo. Got a little Chewie. I'll see you later, buddy. Well, I'd save it for Tuesday, but I have a feeling you get extremely bored with Star Wars. That's why I didn't save it. And the biggest one of all, Dash Rendar, everybody's favorite. Sold out. So if you didn't get Dash already on Hasbro, he's sold out there. You can probably grab him somewhere else. I have no doubt about it. But Dash is gone on Pulse, and as to be expected, because he's probably the only figure anybody really cares about, to be quite honest with you. All right. Let's check out this trailer from Star Wars Theory. This is episode 2 of his Vader series. And this is pretty bad stuff. It's pretty awesome, I gotta admit. So let's check it out. Pretty badass. There we go. Anyway, pretty cool trailer. If you haven't seen the first episode of Star Wars Theories, Vader, it's pretty badass. It is live action, but it really is pretty badass. And the guy made no money off of it. Signed an agreement with Disney that he couldn't profit off of his fan film, and he is not profiting off of this fan film either. He went to animated so that he could kind of do what he wanted to do, and I think it's pretty badass. I watch this guy on a regular basis. Biggest Star Wars YouTube channel, bigger than the YouTube Star Wars channel, the official channel. But yeah, he's spending this animated episode is costing him upwards of almost $1 million to make. And he's doing that obviously through, he has his own Saber company now. He's got YouTube membership, Patreon, you know, super chats, obviously, merch, all that stuff, to fund. And he doesn't make a single dime off of the film at all. So he doesn't even get the profit off of it. Pretty badass, you know. Dude has definitely kept, kept his word on like trying to maintain the George Lucas Star Wars, and he's pretty much done that. It's a cool channel. I'm sure you guys have seen him. But yeah, Vader episode 2. I can't wait till that comes out. I found this earlier tonight. I actually saw it a few days ago, but I figured I'd show it to you guys. It's been 30 years. 30 years since Marvel Rivals. Okay? This is a Marvel Rivals video game. Has been killing it. It's got a ton of players. It's kind of a PvP thing. You play as different Marvel characters. Marvel used to do a swimsuit special, and up until 30 years ago, they put it out. It's kind of like the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. And after 30 years, now this kind of shows you which way the winds of change are blowing, especially when it comes to pop culture and companies realizing what their fan bases want. The Marvel swimsuit special is coming out, and they're adding these skins into the Marvel Rivals game, which I find extremely bold. Now, the skins that are in that game, and I don't play it, It is a, whatever you want to call it, like a Fortnite or like a whatever, a PvP online game. I don't play those games really, but for those that do, the people who make the game and the skins for the characters have reverted back to kind of the old school Marvel look. So a lot of the female characters look like females. A lot of the guys look big and buff and whatever. And they're going to put these skins in the game. What's going on, Mr. Magus? What's happening? Just going over the Marvel Rivals game and then the Marvel Swimsuit Edition. I think it's super cool. And I love to see it. If these skins are in the game, do you understand just how popular and how freaking huge, like how huge that thing is going to be? Like it's going to be ridiculous. Now, on a downer, this is serious, y'all. One of the best, Wink Martindale, passed away the other day at 91 years old. A name. Is there a better name in the history of names? Like truly? You could say Chuck Woolery. Not even close. Pat Sajak. Nowhere near. Wink Martindale. It doesn't get any better than that. And dude did a lot of stuff. Like it says Tic-Tac-Doe, which I used to love as a kid. I'm sure we all did. Gambit. That wasn't a show I watched, but we'll take a look and see if they give us a list. I'd like to see if they give us a list because they only list Tic-Tac-Doe and Gambit. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that suit. Wow. 1972. Look at that style, baby. Whew. That's just great. Okay, let's take a look here. Ooh, High Rollers. I remember High Rollers. Says he did 20 game shows. Headline Chasers. I don't know about that one. Tic-Tac-Doe being like the big one. Let's see. What else have we got? Oh, I didn't know he did. Look. He was on The Bold and the Beautiful. The Eric Andre Show. I haven't thought about Wink Martindale in probably 20 years. Truly. But like Chuck Woolery and like, some of the others, when I was a kid, this dude, like, he had a great voice. He was a great host. And he definitely came up when game shows took over American TV. For sure. Yeah, from 78 to 85. And just like, Richard Dawson from Family Feud. Richard Dawson. I mean, when you watch some shows on TV, dude, you were like, it's got to be the coolest job in the world. Wink Martindale. Best name in the history of names, y'all. I stand by that. 100%. It's only a matter of time before all the people that you remember watching are no longer with us. I did see this the other day, and I am really curious about this, if they can get it right. The first Pacific Rim movie was awesome. Right? The first Pacific Rim movie was pretty badass. Yeah, Mount Rushmore for sure. Bob Barker, 100%. Great name. Great name. And Richard Dawson making Pervin on Women cool. Yes. Yes, he did. Let's see what Bobby says. Fans like Star Wars theory people who Disney should be turning to. I agree. And not Pablo Hidalgo. I agree. They made fun of him. You know, Lucasfilm allowed their own employee to talk shit about arguably their biggest fan or biggest fan that's known, right? Who could be a great ambassador for their brand, a great ambassador for their company. He has never been invited to any of the screenings. He's never been invited to any of the video game things. He's never been invited to any of the premieres of the shows. The only people that they invite are the unbelievable shills. The people who, when you watch them, you can tell how sad it is, how fake that their reactions are. And hell, we might watch a little YouTube video about some of those people. But anyway, but yeah, Pacific Rim. I would love to see a Pacific Rim show. Yeah, peeving. Peeving probably is a word, right? But see, the problem that I have is if I try to type it in, perving, it probably will do peeving as autocorrect because my phone hates me. It just does. It's true. My weather app hates me, and my phone overall hates me as a human being and a person. Pacific Rim TV series from Legendary in Amazon. So Amazon gobbling shit up like we talked about earlier. I love the idea of Pacific Rim. I thought the second movie, did the second movie have John Boyega in it? Was it John Boyega that was in the second one that was so bad? I don't know, but the first one actually was a really, really good movie. And, I mean, shit, grossed over $400 million at the box office, did pretty well. Yeah, Pacific Rim Uprising was not very good. The anime that's on Netflix, I have not seen, and I actually want to watch it. But I'd be down. I'd be down with this. You know, if it's animated, this is going to be a live action project. I think that's difficult to do. I think animated, so it really is the way to go sometimes with stuff like this, right? Because you can really do what you want to do. You can show what you really want to show. The problem I think that happens with animation is that, you know, adults in a way they're not attracted to animation. So you probably wouldn't reach the audience you'd want to reach, even when you do more of an adult type animation. Like, you know, one of the rare exceptions I can think of is the Castlevania series. The Castlevania series is amazing. And if you've never watched it, you really need to. And I think that's a Netflix project. Man, oh man, oh man. Like, I mean, badass. Like, absolutely badass. Finn sucks. I love the character of Finn. It's John Boyega that I don't like because I think his anger is misplaced now. Unfortunately, you know, we're back on the blame the fans trick again. But yeah, if you didn't bother watching the second one, you're not alone because most people didn't. Word of mouth caught that one really quickly, and a lot of people didn't even go check it out. Where opposite, the first Pacific Rim had great word of mouth, and it did very well. And I'd say based off of word of mouth. I think Godzilla -1, which is getting a sequel, is kind of that same way. Word of mouth got around. People went to see it because their friend told them, their relatives told them, their coworkers told them. And that movie had legs, and it stuck around the theater for a while. I think Nosferatu also, to an extent, but didn't make as much money. But I think that Castlevania is unbelievable, and I mean just unbelievable, dude. See, we were just talking about it earlier, man, and I hate that you came in a little bit late, but I also have been having internet problems, Mr. Magus, so it's all good. because I've been cutting in and out. I heard great things about Sinners. It has done very well at the box office, and I really, really, really want to go see it. I mean, absolutely want to go see it. But yeah, thinking about like animation, I mean, cast really, really bad. It's kind of a feminist wet dream thing, and the dialogue's just really bad anyway. It's a version of Laura Croft most people don't like, and I'm not talking about it has to be the big titted, 12-inch waist. I'm just talking about her attitude, the way she talks to the people around her. It's not a version I don't think we've ever seen in the video games, and the clips I've seen makes it her extremely unappealing if she is your lead character. I've heard really, really bad things about that. Yeah, I know 3-Star mentioned earlier that Wesley Snipes wanting to know if he made a cameo. Doesn't look like it. I know the movie. I know Sinners takes a turn though. That's for sure. Yeah, the John Boyega, Bobby. Yeah, man. The chocolate chips and the cookie dough analogy. It didn't make sense. Because I agree, chocolate chips are the best part. But I think his anger is misplaced. I think his anger should be solely on Disney and solely on the writers and the director who turned his character into a sidekick and a joke. I think he had the most interesting character development that fans wanted, and they thought he would have been really, really awesome. And we didn't get to see that. We got robbed of that because they wanted to push up Murray. And because she's a woman. And at that time, right, when those movies were being made, Me Too was in full effect. And that had a lot to do with why Daisy Ridley got thrust on us. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd be okay if Daisy Ridley thrust herself upon me. But I think we're talking about two different things. But yeah, for those of you, if you haven't seen Castlevania, man, I gotta tell you, that's some of the best animation. The script is so good. Do yourself a favor and check it out if you haven't. Like, seriously, do yourself a favor and check out Castlevania. Yeah, I've heard it for real takes several turns, and a great juke joint series sequence, I guess. Yeah, Luke training Finn, absolutely. I do. Well, that's probably a topic for another day, but I do think that that his anger is definitely misplaced, and I think the fans wanted to see him be more than a guy who's screaming Rey's name in every movie. Bobby Wold, with movie posters, all the promotional, I thought he was going to be the Jedi, and I was excited about that. I did too. I think everybody did. And he even tries to mention in the movies that he's like, he needs to tell Rey something. He said something, I think in one of the movies, didn't he say something about like that the Force guided him or something like that, if I remember right. I don't remember those movies as well as I remember the OT, because those are ingrained in my head because they're great movies. Although Return of the Jedi, not, if you know, you know. Bad shit always got to start with the White Devils. Yeah, I've seen some little clips and stuff from but yeah, man. I'm with you though, Bobby, on that. I wish that Finn had been the main character, and Daisy, if she was a Jedi too, great, all the better. But they did not go that way, and we're worse off for it, right? Yeah, Joe Fan, I'm with you. 7, 8, 9. It's almost like there's only 3 Indiana Jones films, right? There's only 3. I don't know any others. There's just 3. Yeah, the fight against Phasma, it was nothing. There was nothing about it. Phasma was built up to be this character, this badass platinum stormtrooper, right? This chrome stormtrooper. We're like, holy shit! It's Brienne of Tarth plays the character, and what do they do with her? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's just shit. That shit is embarrassed. They should be absolutely embarrassed. Absolutely embarrassed. Are we talking about how to think? It's not Blazing Saddles, is it 3-star? I'm trying to think of that quote. Joe fan seems to maybe have it. I don't know. You guys are way better at those quotes than I am. Yeah, no, it was. That was the chick that played Brienne in Game of Thrones. She was Phasma. And they were all excited about it. They were like, "Oh, she's, it's so amazing to have this actress." And then what they did, she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything at all. Thinner. Oh my God, you guys are freaking awesome. Look, I don't know a lot about the Tron. I don't know a lot about Tron. I know that the Tron Ares is coming out. I know the trailer here. I don't know a lot about it. I mean, it looks super cool. I like this. I think that's badass. I just don't know a lot about the world. I was not a big Tron fan as a kid. Even though it had the supposedly video game-ish graphics, the cycle scenes were the most memorable, I think, of anybody. And I know there's arcade games to go along with it, but I don't know anything about the world and the lore or anything. This looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, like, it does look cool. But I just don't know enough about it to whether or not I would be excited for this. I really almost kind of don't want to go back and watch the other ones because I don't know that I need to, if that makes any sense. I don't know if this is a prequel, a sequel, a threequel, an intertweequel, whatever they like to do these days. I have no idea. But I think for a lot of people, it's one thing to say, "Oh, I love Tron," I love Tron. And I think it's another thing to be in love with the idea that you love Tron. Does that make sense? It's like people that say, I love being in love, or it's like people that they love the idea of being in love. They love the idea of having a partner, but they don't really, when it comes down to it, love having a partner or a girlfriend, boyfriend, or being married or whatever, or something. Like, I truly believe that. I think there's people that really do, love the idea of Tron, but they don't really know anything about it. It just looks cool. I love the way it looks. Okay, what else? Kind of one of those things to me. I agree with you that Olivia Wilde is hot. Is she in the last Tron movie? Is that was she in that one? And also, Bobby, was Flynn the Jeff Bridges character? Shows you how little I know. You guys let me know. But it shows you how little I know about Tron. But you're right, Olivia Wilde, she is hot. So is Olivia Munn. generally speaking, probably anybody with the name Olivia is probably hot. Just guessing. Tassie says, she alright. She alright. Fuck that bitch. She alright. Mr. Magus, you talk about the last Tron, the one that came out a few years ago. I didn't see it. Her was alright. Her was alright. Unless you're talking about Thinner, and if you're talking about Thinner, okay, so you're talking about Thinner then, because that was a pretty cool movie. Anyone Asian? Hey, Asians are cute too. Asians are hot. Love me some manga. I never got a Tron either. I'm with you, buddy. Oh my god. Let's watch this a few videos. I got a few videos saved. We'll watch them, and then we'll bounce out for the night. So I can reset my modem. Make sure we don't have any more unintended interruptions. Because Tuesday, I do need to save a few things for Matthew to talk about. And so I don't want to go through everything. But I do want to save some stuff for him also. So, and as you can tell, my voice is starting to go, man. It's for you guys that suffer sinus problems, it's sinus season here in Tennessee. And going back to probably 2003 or so, the last week of April, I found myself in the doctor's office with acute sinusitis or a sinus infection of some kind. And I remember it was a period of time, it was probably about six or seven straight years that I ended up going to the office. And it was the last week of April. And 3 of those times, the doctor told me it was on the same day. Like literally the same day. And so, yeah, I mean, dude, our pollen is awful. Everything's opening up this time of year. And I noticed the other night I was losing my voice a little bit. Tuesday, and then Wednesday at work, or Thursday at work rather. So let's watch some videos, and then I'll bounce out of here and let y'all kind of get about your Sunday night. I love tacos, Joe fan. I do. I'm a taco fanatic. If there is such a thing. Okay. I think I showed this the other night with Matthew, but I gotta show it again. I mean, it just bears watching. So let's turn down Otis. Come on, Otis. You've been playing all night. Take a rest, buddy. Take a rest. Take a rest. And let's listen to this message of, empowerment, being ourselves, being a good person, right? Let's listen to this message, because I think we all could stand to hear this. There we go. All right. Listen along with me, folks.
You're a good person. Even if you've made mistakes, even if you're still figuring it out, truth is, none of us really knows what we're doing, and everyone is making it up as they go. So the best you can do is keep learning along the way. So don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing the best you can. Hey, you're a good person.
I'm doing the best I can. I promise, I'm doing the best I can. I did the same thing. I watched it like 10 times earlier. Again. to make a total of like 30. um okay, let's play it again. You guys tell me. Hang on, I want to make sure I can hear the volume. Let's see here. Can you hear this?
Even if you've made mistakes, even if you're still figuring it out, truth is, none of us really knows what we're doing.
Can you hear that?
And everyone is making it up as they go. So the best you can do is keep learning along the way. So don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing the best you can. Hey, you're a good person. Even if you've made mistakes, even if you're still figuring it out, truth is,
I mean, let's not kid ourselves, guys. Like, it's not even fair. Like, it's not even fair. It doesn't even matter if she's talking at all. Oh my God, it really doesn't matter if she's talking. Oh gosh. No, it wasn't. She was not one of the Blue Origin astronauts. I was gonna look at this girl though. This is her page. I don't know why anybody likes her though. I really don't. I don't know why anybody would even, like, come on, guys. She's a 5-ish or so, right? I don't know. It is Instagram. I wonder if Instagram video, if they just don't play the audio for you. Know what I mean? All right. Then how about this one? I know this one's gonna play. I know that this one's gonna play right here. Do you guys remember this interaction right here? Tell me you remember this.
That's amazing. I didn't know that about you.
What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician. Mm-hmm. What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said. No, I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
Oh my God. You
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby. I do music.
So you just really quick. For the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So, in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Have you ever been in one of those like misunderstandings with somebody before, ever? How you gonna do this to my people? I remember. Oh God. I remember the day I saw this, and like, what's so amazing about it though is like, have you ever been in a situation like that where someone just didn't, like, they didn't hear you, right? Or like this kind of situation with a word or something came up? This is truly amazing, right? Because she does clarify. She said, no, I do music. I'm not a magician. And you're like, what the heck? And she tried to clarify it so many times. And then she even says it back. Unbelievable. I forgot all about this. And somebody had posted earlier today, was like, do you remember when this happened? And I'm like, oh my God. And I guess hearing two different things, right? Like, it's truly, truly amazing. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know if any of y'all are security guards out there. Okay? But this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This security guard saves this woman, and I want you to see what this guy does. This security guard. Okay? This is fantastic. Unfortunately, I can't play the music because it's like copyrighted. All right. I'll turn the music down and I'll turn my boy Otis back up and we'll check out this video. All right. Check this out. This dude is a hero. All right. This dude's holding this woman down. And watch this security guard. I don't know where the hell this is. It's got to be in Asia. It's somewhere in Japan. China. Watch him fuck this dude up. Clow. 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 Ooh. Ooh. Look, shut that door. Shut the door. You trapped in here with me now, bitch. You trapped, bitch. Oh, God. You want some more? Bitch. Oh, Lordy. And then he karate chops him. It doesn't get any better. Did he look? He's an engine. He's an engine him. It's a Judy chopping him. Look at this Judy chop. Judy chop. Unbelievable. I never even caught that. And a Judy chop. Damn. Yeah, I love that. And that dude got what the fuck he deserved. Getting beat the fuck up because he's attacking a woman. You want to see something gross? Let's watch something gross. Watch this big ass octopus crawl up in this hole one time. It's fucking disgusting. Oh God. And away we go. Whee! This is so gross. What's up, Lunchbox? Oh, my chat's scrolling quick. There we go. There we go. Oh, boy. That's fucking weird, man. That shit is weird. Yes, that's Kraken Cutter's octopus right there. G.I. Joe. Go back and watch Seven's Wild. See what animals we gave away. 3-star even had file cards. But yeah, that is wild, man. And you know what? I don't even think Tidy Whitey's graph would save you from this monstrosity. That shit is nuts, isn't it though? Like, oh my God. Look at the ass end too. It's like, whoop, see ya. And then where does he go? Like that's a hole. Where does the hole go? To the ocean? To the sewer systems? Oh, look. I wish I could. I would. If YouTube wasn't YouTube, Mr. Magus, I would show a blue waffle. I would 100% subject everybody to a blue waffle. Oh, no. Let's see. Later note, it was the woman that was attacking him. Yeah, that's the thing though. The guy in the elevator is probably trying to he tried to save himself, and then dude just came in and was like, "Bitch." Oh my God, this is just. But anyway, yeah, this is absolutely disgusting, isn't it? Oh my God, so gross. Shit nightmares are made of. Seriously. Okay. I got a couple more for you. You guys will get a kick out of this one. This was sent to me earlier. And so I think y'all will dig this one. Let me turn down my boy again. Cut the band. Cut the band, Otis. All right, here we go. One more time. No, please, not again. All right. Enjoy.
Come on down to Wilkes Booth Lincoln Ford. Wilkes Booth Lincoln Ford. I don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Good credit, stripper, minority, come on down and take advantage of us. We've got 0% money down syndrome. Holy shit. Do you need a line of credit? 1,000? We don't give a donkey's fuck. All lines matter here. She shoots. She credit scores. Do I need to be screaming? I'm going anyway. Fuck you. Motherfucking cars. We need you too. We all do drugs. We know you know about the Kelly Blue Book. Why don't you roll that up and stick it right up your ass? Who are you even? Our competitor's pricing sucks more than Kardashian NBA All-Star Weekend. All alcohol. Do you hate life? We got Kawasaki Ninjas. Okay, we got Tesla. We don't fuck with RVs. Fuck RVs. Buy here, pay here. No fucking shit. Where else would you pay? Suck our dicks. When you step foot on our lot, you're technically trespassing, and we can shoot you in the fucking face. We'll fucking kill you. I have an estranged adult daughter. He's a shitty father. Bruno Mars is from Hawaii. He is. Fuck Yelp. I'd like to see Yelp come down here and sell an 85 Buick. Fuck our haters. Just because you got a family doesn't mean you can't buy a sports car, motherfucker. Do it, pussy. You got a big giant incredible. Hey, what's that have to do with cars? I don't know. We'll never know. We're getting an exorbitant amount of money from waving two people. We live in our cars. Storm on in for a January 6th capital sale. These prices are giving me insurrection. The cartel is looking for us. Boogie boogie. We're gonna scare off the fucking high prices. When it comes to high prices, this town isn't big enough for the both of us. High prices leave, and I stay here and sell you a car. Fuck you. Fuck fucking cars. We need you too. Wilkes Booth Lincoln Ford. Fuck you.
There are so many hidden messages. Bruno Mars is from Hawaii. Confirmed by Wikipedia. And shit is so stupid. Oh my God. It does look like a war chest special, doesn't it? All right. I'm going to show you some Wild West. It's a Wild West out there, y'all. All right. You think it's bad where you're at? You think it's bad where you're at? Well, why don't you take a look at what it's like in my town? All right. Check this shit out. Time to go. Time to go. Oh my God. Whew. I didn't even know a pistol could go shoot that fast. It's like boom, 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 boom. Dude was just pulling it. I have no idea the context. Oh my gosh. That is a lot of bullets flying. Sound like one of my G.I. Joe battles. Yeah, no kidding, right? Cobra, la la la. Yeah, I saw this earlier, and I mean, I was amazed at just how many bullets, like just the opening salvo. And look at the stuff, like the pieces, right? Like flying over. And then look, the tire gets blown out on this car right here. You can hang on, bitch. Look, you can see the tire on this car. Watch. Boof. That tire just got blown out right there. They ain't going nowhere. This person up here in the SUV, look, he hears it and they hear it and they're like, oh shit. So it looks like two people, passengers. Holy crap. So listen to this opening salvo. I mean, this is wild to me. Damn you. Come on. All right, here we go. Whew. I mean, that. Oh, Jesus. I'm tired of this. All right. One more video and then we're going to have to bounce because I can't take this shit much more. Yeah, I know. What are they shooting at? Right. I don't know. But man, that shit is wild. Triple D's is on a convenience store on my lunch break 7 years ago. This type of thing popped off. Yeah. I mean, it's, but look at it, all the stuff, man, that's just, and pop around the car, that car tire gets blown out, man. I mean, that shit is wild. Hitting the pole. Yeah, man. Yeah, one of the bullets got my modem too. Yeah, no. Definitely not. And luckily nothing, hopefully nothing, we don't see anything, right? Anybody getting hurt. But, yeah, that's wild, man. Second car immediately reverses. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's crazy. Like, it is crazy. All right, last thing. We all love the Punisher. We all talk about, Bernthal. I love Bernthal. And so this was him talking about the upcoming Punisher special. And I love this dude. I mean, he's done a great job with Punisher. It refused to come back when they kind of wrote his character pretty crappy in the first revision of Born Again. He's writing the Punisher special presentation that they're doing. So I'm hoping that they let him do his thing. So I liked hearing this. I thought this was cool. And he's speaking about people that have worn the Punisher logo, getting a bad name. People co-opting it, which is stupid. Co-opting it for certain, idiotic movements. And then people who are also trying to take that logo down, right? Which I think is stupid also. It's been around for a long time, right? But anyway, so I like listening to what he says here.
Marine Corps and that community for helping me on this journey, helping me write, helping me find this character. Some of the best people that we have in this country have worn that Punisher skull in their body armor when they've taken that that unbelievable walk into danger to stand up for our country. That's something that I take enormously seriously. I make the show for them. I make the show with them, and it's I just really, really want to get it right.
No, you got it right. So
oh boy, I appreciate it.
And that was a chick, by the way. telling him, "Hey, you got it right." um, yeah, I think it's a shame that the media helped kind of perpetrate this, and then a group of idiots out there also perpetrating it, to kind of, that logo's been around since the mid '80s, man, mid to late '80s, and in Born Again, I will say this though, in Born Again, they are making the comparisons with the dirty cops and wearing the logo, Fisk and his portrayal and all that, and I hate to see that, but I do like some John Bernthal, and I do like the fact that he's all about getting this character right. Every Punisher movie I've seen didn't quite have the ingredients. And I'd actually like to see him do more. I'd like to see him do more in the Daredevil show. But he's getting his own series, or his own maybe one-off movie kind of thing. So hopefully they'll knock it out. Mr. Magnus waiting for the Punisher Batman movie coming out. The Accountant 2. See, the problem with Punisher, and you look at Batman and or Daredevil, is like, neither one of those guys technically kill people, right? So Punisher definitely runs anti to their mission statement, right? Yeah, 3-star. I'm surprised Disney even did the whole dirty cops wearing Punisher sigil. They did it, but if I'm being honest, it wouldn't surprise me if they did it for a reason. It's not like Fisk. I mean, every time you look at a review or they talk about the Daredevil series, and they talk about Kingpin and all that, they always make the same low-hanging fruit references that every other media does. So I could see where they kind of wanted to use that, because remember, you have Punisher also telling these guys they're a bunch of clowns. You got, wearing that, you don't know me, you don't know my pain, or, you know me, you think you know my pain. He's like, you guys are a bunch of clowns and all that, which, watching the show, okay, fine, the dialogue fits, right? It fits, it works. But looking a little deeper into it, I can see where the showrunners are trying to make a statement, so to speak. Yeah, good old Dolph. The problem was Dolph had dark hair. It just didn't work right? Like Dolph Lundgren with black hair. I just couldn't envision it. But I remember, and that was kind of the Punisher, back then. I mean, I always want to see that dude on the big screen, but I never really thought he was done right. The one with John Travolta, that's pretty embarrassing. I think that's pretty embarrassing. Pretty embarrassing movie. But anyway, look, it's 10:18. I'm gonna let you guys get on. Y'all probably have to work tomorrow. I need to go drink some water, and get ready for Tuesday. I would love to see a Punisher Blade team up. I think that'd be badass, for sure. Damn, that would be really cool, wouldn't it? Like, just no fucks given, right? Like, that would be badass. Yeah, Joe fan, definitely get you some sleep. But look, I'm gonna get on out, y'all. I appreciate you sticking with me through the internet shit. I don't know what else to do. I'm hardwired in. It's temperamental. What can I say? Often, Nick. Yeah, right. I like Sam Jackson, Nick Fury so much better. So much better. Yeah, Garaf. I'm sure that Kamala Khan's dad in the bank scene in that episode that he was in, the episodes he was in, when he mentioned Kamala Khan like 7 times, I'm sure he'd love to watch that team up. Here's my Funko Pop of my daughter. It's like, oh God, are we really going there? That shit was embarrassing. Oh, all right. Anyway, look, y'all have a good rest of the night. I'll see you in a couple days with Matthew if y'all get a chance to stop by. And then obviously Wednesday night, 3-star draw, Crusty Old Crow, doing Backyard Battlefield. Don't forget, if you want to sign up for the May Power of the Force, you better get a hold of Punk and let him know what prequel trilogy figure from the Power of the Force line you want to do a review on. That's coming up pretty soon. So y'all check it out. But yeah, that's I've been doing that Dreadnought and a pretty regular basis, but I think it's probably been about 10, 11 days since I powered it off and did a cycle on it. But oh well. But yeah, man, you guys take it easy. And I will see y'all next time. Have a good night, my